If anybody beats the Oklahoma City Thunder this year, it will be a miracle because not only do they have their top-end superstars like the MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, J-Dub, Chet Holmgren, but they've developed their lower-end talent like guys such as Usman Dieng, Aaron Wiggins, Jalen Williams, Nikola Topic. I mean, there is a ton of depth to this Thunder team. Of course, they just beat my Hornets with pretty much their bench unit, and that is the scariest part to this Thunder team because they are probably the deepest team in the league. And yeah, of course, the Thunder destroyed my Hornets. I mean, J. Will hit a few threes in this game. He's turning into a legitimate spot-up shooter off the ball. Kind of has that Jokic form where he brings it a little bit behind his head. Nice pass here from Topic. But if he can knock down threes at a very good rate, then he will obviously be playing some minutes into the regular season. Aaron Wiggins, on top of saving basketball, was hooping last night. He got to play a ton of minutes and really was kind of the number one option for him. He finished with 23 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 turnovers in just 24 minutes. Shot 10 of 14 from the field, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, proving that my concerns about my Hornets defense is legitimate. But yeah, Aaron Wiggins was cooking pretty much anybody that tried to guard him at 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan and a silky smooth play style. He's really tough to stop, like in the intermediate, getting into the mid-range, tough little fall-away bucket there off the spin, and then they run a little bit of a flex action here, and this is completely Brandon Miller's fault. He doesn't stay and help for a second and then get back to his guy. Instead, he just watches Isaiah Joe while Aaron Wiggins goes right behind him and gets an easy dunk. And then coming off the screen right here, a little pin down action from Dieng, and he gets the 3 to go. And remember, he'll be just 27 years old, about to enter the prime of his career, and he was their 4th leading scorer last year in the regular season, averaging 12 points a game with 4 rebounds, 1.8 assists, and 0.8 steals in 23 minutes per game. Shot 49% from the field and 38% from 3 on 4.5 attempts. It was a really, really solid season for Wiggins last year, and per 36, he averaged 19 and 7 with about 3 assists and 1.2 steals. He was more than solid for the Thunder last year in the regular season, just a connector on offense. And then Usman Dieng was really good last night. He showed flashes of something that you would expect from a number 11 overall pick, but something we haven't seen from him so far. But you can tell the Thunder have really been working on developing him. We saw the backdoor pass here on the flex action. He finished with 17 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals in 33 minutes on 7 of 14 shooting from the field, 3 of 6 from 3. And the Thunder drafted him knowing he was a project. I mean, check out this tough fadeaway right here. Man, that's nice. And they knew he was a project, and they were willing to put in the time on that project, and now it's starting to work out and prove that they were right when they put in the time on this project. 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan, working the pick and roll right here, hitting the pop guy for the 3-ball. Nikola Topic also had a really good game, although he's having some interesting surgery done today. If you follow the NBA at all, you know what I'm talking about. But just looking at the pace that he plays with, I mean, right here, he's got 4 guys around him, pause, in transition, and nobody on the Hornets stops the ball. This is a horrific defense, first of all. I don't know if we even practice defense, but he just goes right to the rim, playing with pace. Nobody stops him, so he just gets all the way there. 10 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds on 4 of 9 shooting from the field. It was really solid for Topic. We saw this pass to J. Will earlier, and then right here, working out of the Spanish pick and roll, which is something they use a lot overseas. Mark Dagnall using it now in the NBA, and he's going to get a screen, and then Dieng's going to set a back screen for the screener, and then pop hot. This time it doesn't really happen because Connaughton hedges hard. So 16 for the Hornets. I'm a casual, I guess. I don't even know who that is. Gets caught in the middle. Makes a great play to get the block, but Topic with the correct pass, and it was a really nice pass down to the block. He's been really solid. You saw the floater off the pick and roll. He's really good off the pick and roll. Little hesitation here going back to his days playing overseas where he averaged 18.4 points a game, 7 assists, 3.6 rebounds, and a steal in 34 minutes while shooting 52% from the field and 26% from 3 on 3.5 attempts. The big question mark for Topic, however, will be his 3-point shooting, because if he can knock down the 3-ball, then he will be a piece to this Thunder rotation, without a doubt. If he can't, then we may see some Josh Giddey type things happening to him. And no, I'm not talking about the woman side of things. I'm talking about him getting, eventually taken out of the lineup and shipped off. But this is what their second unit could look like. And this is just a super deep Thunder team. I mean, they are probably the deepest team in the league because they have all these draft picks and they have the league's MVP, which is ridiculous. I mean, the job that Sam Presti has done here, not only to bring in Shea, J-Dub, and Chet Holmgren, but to completely fill out this bench is quite impressive. I mean, SGA, the MVP, averaged about 33 a game last year with 6.4 assists and 5 rebounds. Shot 52% from the field and 38% from three, en route to being, of course, the NBA's MVP. And I don't think this is the last MVP he gets, because in a phone booth, it's still hard to guard him. Now, yes, you got all the foul merchant things, but he is still an extremely skilled and talented offensive player. Chet Holmgren as well, another guy, he'll be just 23 years old. People forget he was 22 this year, still averaging 15, 8, and 2 with 2.2 blocks, and he only played 27 minutes a game. Per 36 numbers look even better. Shot 49% from the field, 38% from three. Per 36, the average is about 20, 10, and 3 blocks. And remember, there were comparisons between Chet and Victor Wembanyama at the beginning of last season. Of course, those have now all been put to bed by the way that Wemby played to end the season. But Chet really started strong last year. Then you have Jalen Williams, who proved himself as one of the best co-stars in the league this year, a rangy wing that can play defense and score on offense in a multitude of ways. Averaged almost 22 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, 5.1 assists, 1.6 steals in 32 minutes per game, 48% shooting from the field, 37% from three on 6.5 attempts per game. Yeah, so like guys like Dieng, Topic, and I guess you could even say Aaron Wiggins get overshadowed by these guys because they got the best top-end talent in the league, but they also have the best talent from top to bottom. In Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals last year, he put up 24 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and helped the Thunder blow out the Denver Nuggets. And we haven't even got to talk about Thomas Sorber yet, who won't even play this year, by the way. And if you watch my video about the Thunder on their cap situation, you will tell that he could eventually be the replacement for Hartenstein if they decide to opt out of Hartenstein's contract after next offseason, or if they bring him back for one more year on the team deal, then after that, it'll probably be the Thomas Sorber show. 14.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists last year at Georgetown. Fantastic rim protector. And yeah, he was a freshman, by the way. The jumper is showing signs of life. If they can develop this, now, yes, he is out for the entire year, but if they can develop him like they did with Dieng, like they've done with a ton of prospects here, he can be the guy to take over for Hartenstein and back up Chet in the long run. 6'10.5" with a really, really nice wingspan for a center, and that allows him to play bigger than he is. Really giving me kind of Bam Adebayo vibes, but he doesn't quite move as well, but still, overall, he is a fantastic center option. Both he and Topic, their last 2 first-round picks, their last 2 lottery picks, missing pretty much the entire season. So SGA and company, obviously there's not going to be much of a gap to fill because Sorber never played for the squad. But with SGA, with Jalen Williams, with Chet Holmgren, with the guys we talked about in this video, with their top-end talent and their bottom-end depth, this Thunder team, I mean, I see like 2 teams being able to beat them. That's a fully healthy Celtics team, which they are not, so mark them out for this year, and then the Denver Nuggets. Those are the only 2 teams that I could see beating them, and only one of them's healthy this year, so it should be a ton of fun, and should have a lot of wins coming for the Thunder. But with that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. With that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.